Hello YouTube, Beating from the bedroom here, your guitar junkie with verses. Yeah, let's light it up. Alright, so that's one. Come on now. The two, going from a hardtail to a tremolo. One's in PRS SE. Don't know much more than that. And this is the PRS SE Mark Tremonti version. I lost my count. Yeah, a little bit sloppy playing today. Um, Stiff fingers, not really in the zone, right? So, just a quick comparison, versus, if you will, between these two drawing specimens. So, I've gotten back into the Paul Reed Smith chapter of my life, should I say. So, these two here make four that I've owned throughout the years. These two are SEs, both made in Korea. The other two that I had were made in USA, custom 24s. One was like an $1,900 guitar. The other one was like a $3,400 guitar. And they were just so damn purty. I didn't play them. I babied them. Took them out once in a while, played it, tuned it, wiped it down, stuck it back in the case for another 3 months. So I don't have them anymore. And, because I couldn't enjoy them. What's the point of having a guitar? You can't enjoy it, right? You're not going to play it. They're made to be played, not to be looked at, put in a glass case, be stored, add to a collection of, 200 guitars, and, you barely even get to it, but once a year, if that. So, I was going to the Tampa store to check out a tobacco sunburst, Paul Reed Smith Mark Tremonti SE, and it was a wreck. So it was missing the tone knob. Looked like they removed mini toggle switches and filled the holes with these little funky caps. And that's how I came across the hardtail. This is the kind of model I was looking for first. Being I have this in my hands, let me just go over this one real quick. So this, from what I understand, you have the Paul Reed Smith tuners on here, Graphtec nut. I oiled the nut with sewing machine oil. I cleaned and oiled the fingerboard. It's a real dark, what I would think is a rosewood fingerboard. This has the quilted cherry amber burst on it. Original volume and tone for the bridge. Sorry, I do that all the time. Volume and tone for the neck, volume and tone for the bridge. You have your PRS, I guess, standard tremolo system on here. And because I changed the strings, I had to do a complete setup between the neck, the tremolo, and the springs in the back. Solid one-piece mahogany, two-piece bird's eye maple neck, which you can't see in any of the videos that I show. And on both guitars, the cavities are shielded and the covers are shielded. This is the only one on here cover that is mounted on the outside. These are routed inside the body. There's your jack. And nice wood binding going all the way around it. So yeah, this has a super thin, slightly wider neck profile. And it's just great. It's amazing. I love it. I had to change the 4 springs to the 3 springs. That's why I had to reset the tremolo and the neck and just give it time for the strings, to do their job, and putting the right amount of tension on the neck, pull on the neck. And I've got a brilliant leveled tremolo, and it's a floater, and it stays in tune. I'm impressed with the Paul Reed Smith tremolos. The other two that I had the same kind of tremolo, but they had the locking Paul Reed Smith tuners, and I believe they were like, put the string in and then you turn this little black plastic thing and it will lock it in, from what I recall. Again, the two that I had, they came with the original strings, and I never had a reason to change them because they were 9-gauge on the two that I had, and they stayed in tune just as brilliantly as this one does. So 22 nickel polished frets, and you have which looks like acrylic birds inlays going down the neck. I could say that these look more like a pearl inlay than an acrylic, but I can tell that they're acrylic. They just look acrylic. They just look like a better acrylic than the ones on this one here. This one here really just look like, you know, plastic acrylic birds. Same thing here, 22 nickel polished frets on a rosewood board. This board has got a little bit more brown to it than that board. That board's got a little bit more black in it. Same thing, Paul Reed Smith tuners, Graphtec nut, and again I oiled the nut, and I just cleaned and oiled the fingerboard. 000 stainless steel grit I use on the fingerboard, and then I use my my oil, my staining oil. It's got like a dark color to it, so it kind of darkens the wood and oils it at the same palm. So this one here has a tiger maple top as opposed to the Tremonti having a quilted. But you could see right here how thick the maple top is. From what I understand, it's a mahogany back with a maple top and then a veneer on top. And I think the same goes for the Tremonti. And Tremonti, I should say. It's T-R-E-M, Trem. I'm saying Tremonti. This one here has a 3-piece set neck. It's mahogany, just like the body. You can see it's a 3-piece mahogany body. These covers are mounted to the outside of the body, not routed in, but they are also shielded, and the cavities are shielded. Same kind of like nice metal jack on the end there. And again, I did change the knobs. You can't tell. I just put darker ones on here, and they have the edges, you know, kind of like it's like cut out around the circle. It's not. These are the ones that I had on exactly like this. These I haven't touched, but these were the same kind of knobs I had on this guitar, and you can see I just changed them. They're same size, but they're just darker, and they have like a ridge going around them. I guess that's what you would say. But oh, and the other thing about this is the wraparound tailpiece. The it's 2-in-1. It's a hardtail with the bridge and how would I say it? Saddles inside of it. So unlike a standard Les Paul, where you have the tailpiece here and then it goes over the Tunomatic bridge, the tailpiece and the bridge are two in one. They've got little, you know, grooves with a string. You put the string in this way and wrap it around, and it's just it's great. It stays in tune, and the sustain and the sound on both of these, you know, I'm not gonna go crazy like I did with the Agile and just stop buying up a bunch of Paul Reed Smiths. You know, this one's definitely a keeper. This one, I'm you know, saying to myself, I have one with a tremolo and one with a hardtail. So just keep them. They're both beautiful, great playing, great sounding guitars. And anytime I have a guitar that doesn't have a cover on the pickups, when you can see that they're open pickups like these zebras. This zebra on this one are just the Mark Tremonti signature pickups on this one. It's the only time I use my overdrive with my boost, just because without the covers, I find the pickups are so much louder, and I'm used to a certain tone, certain level, certain sound, I should say, kind of thing. So that's the only time I use the overdrive, stacked with the boost. So yeah, here you have it. 2 honey of guitars. Honey of guitar? Does that even make sense? I don't even know what I'm talking about now. And again, binding going around both of them, beautiful. And I can't say anything more. So if you could find either one of these, you know, they were both, I think the same price. This was $476, and I think this was the same thing. I think this was $479. So this one came just like this. That's it. This one came with a hard shell tweed case, but I only got lucky with this one. They normally go for $5 and change. These are always around the price I got it, $480, $500. So the Paul Reed Smith SEs are just, they're brilliant, amazing, good quality guitars. And I think that I'm only saying it now because these two are both made in Korea. I think the ones coming out of Korea, the quality is top notch, 100%. So, and just look at that neck. Look at how beautiful that is. The wood grain. Crazy, right? I know. Here's the end of my video. Hope you enjoyed it. Of course. Have a good day and a better tomorrow. Who was I imitating there?